Welcome back to Theresthattarot. Welcome to this reading. I wanted to say session. This may be a therapy session for you. What's up, Sarah? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Alina? Let's see, collective. Some of y'all just kicking it this weekend. Looking for an escape. Somebody could be looking for an escape. Be careful. Escapes can be dangerous. Escape could be anything. I don't know why I'm getting substances. But also people. People escape through other people. What's up, Mona Lisa? Candy girl. What's up, George? Hey, everybody. What's up, ADH? Said tired from work, honey. I don't know when I'm not tired from work. Let's see what's going on with the collective. Withdrawal. If you've been like in this period of withdrawal, this could be changing. Or if somebody has been withdrawn from you, this could be changing. Oh my God, this song is... I'm just like, what am I looking at? I thought it said hummingbird. Somebody could hum a lot or sing or something about music could be significant. Somebody's coming at you. I don't know if they're coming... Oh, why am I... I don't know if you've heard... I know you've heard the song. I'd rather be with you, boo. Yeah. The part at the end of that song where... Didn't I say that number 9? Or did I say that in my head? Y'all could be having deja vu. At the end of the song, he said something so inappropriate. He said, you can see me coming, baby, just coming all over you. Listen to that song. It is, the end is worth every minute. Anyway, somebody could be thinking about that when it comes to you. Damn. But I'm telling, whatever, scratch the opening message. It looks like you're learning to cope with something, or you've learned to cope with something, or you're just not worried about it. And it's literally about to make your dreams come true. This is like not being in a bad mood anymore. So now you can like, I mean, it could be simple as that, but it looks bigger than that. It looks like you're coming not only out of a bad mood, but just like a bad phase. Your hard work is really paying off. Somebody's seeing something about you. It's like somebody that you may not have the best. Why is it like that? I don't want to say none of your memories are good. Oh my God. Okay. I was going to say somebody that you may not have the best memories with. May want to start over with you. And I said, well, why do you feel like you don't have the best memories with this person? And the devil came out. Temptation, manipulation, and vices. I'm hearing sneaky shit. Well, that's a reason to not have the best memories, or perhaps someone has bad habits due to some like stuff from way back when. Well, that's why it's such an achievement. I want to say this. That's why this feels so big. It doesn't feel like just coming out of a bad mood. It's like you've shedded skin. You may have gone from like feeling lost and insecure and unfocused and pulled in 55 different directions emotionally, and but you still like trying to carry all of your responsibilities. You worry, you got shit on your mind. Look at her. People can tell. Don't she look stressed? And she trying to do all that in a pair of heels. This is like unwelcome. This should say unwelcome changes and trauma. Probably very unexpected. And I feel like it may have been connected to this energy, but look at what it's made you. It's like you putting a stop to something. Ugh. The Death, the Devil, the Six of Cups in the reverse. This experience has transformed you. When you don't let things swallow you whole, it's like, it's not about comparing your life to other people's lives. But sometimes when I see somebody who's gone through something like crazy as hell, like how are you alive, or how are you like not, how are you still standing after that? Not only standing, but thriving, you know. That's not, that sometimes be enough to make me look at my shit like, man, I can do this. Like, I'm not even, it's not even that bad. Like, you could be one of those people who have a story like that, where it's like people will hear what you've gone through, and it's not about pity or anything like that, but it's like, let me stop complaining. type of energy. Tell me more about this. This is a story of rising above a major letdown. You, like, this isn't the first thing you survived, is what this looks like. The song that's playing is called You Used to Love Me by Faith Evans. You could be remembering, or you could be remembering the way someone loved you, or them you, or y'all each other. But why is this energy? Why were you so down? It could have been a lot more planning than doing. You could have had like this false start with something. This is like getting all packed up and ready to go, and you waiting for the other person to meet you at the airport and they never show up. That's disappointing. And it looks like you're overcoming this. It's like you're physically moving forward, but there could be some emotional stagnation. Almost like a fear. If you would have been waiting. If you weren't already waiting. Someone is showing up as a person who will abuse their power, who may lack boundaries, but has their own. Like lacking boundaries and enforcing their own at the same time on you. And either you would have waited in a situation for something that by the time you got there, a part of you was gone. The part of you that probably wanted the shit was gone. The part of you that believed in something was gone. It's like waiting in line for 10 years. It's like kids that grew up and everything. But what were you waiting for? Because if this abuse of power energy, like if that's what you were waiting for, oof. I don't know if it would have had you spread thin or if it was already spreading you thin. There's a lot of imbalance that either this would have brought to you or that this person was already experiencing. And if, let's say, if this is something that this person was already experiencing, then by the time you got to whatever the goal was, you would have been so burnt out if this didn't already happen. This is like, I don't know, it's a good example. This is like training for something dangerous. And it's like, hell, anything can happen in training. What if we don't even make it there? Or like a project. This could be like a relationship where it's like a person is a project. Or maybe they look at you like that. Who knows? And it's like, well, hell, by the time you end up getting this person where they want to be, now they ready to move on or however. Or now you're not the same because you put all your energy into somebody else who took that energy. Because let's say this is almost like, and you have to think about this because this can happen to you energetically. This can happen to you. If, let's say, like in the movies, you know, they running through the woods and they running away from something. One of the people get hurt. Now we got to carry you, which is going to slow us down. This can happen emotionally. Now it depends on the situation. If it's family, if it's your spouse, if it's, you know, sometimes we are just connected in a way where we share some of the burdens with people, you know. I don't recommend Well, I can't tell you how to have your relationships, honey, but either this is one of the kind of situations where sharing in the burden is the word warranted. I don't know if it's, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for, but it's like, would sharing that burden, who is this to you? This is somebody that you love. But there may be so much of a lack of something here that it's like, I don't know if I should put my money in this machine, because I just noticed that this woman is pointing to the Three of Swords in this card. This woman is pointing straight to the pain. It's like, I love you, but this could have gone a long way. This is, what do they call it? A catch-22? Or this is like yes, but no. Yes. Perfect. But not that. You know what I mean? This is like, oh God. The most beautiful, wonderful tasting cake you ever saw in your life, ever had. You never had a cake better than this and that looked better than this. But there's hair in every layer. You know what I'm saying? It's like an absolute fucking no next to a wow, except. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of buts in this shit. Whew. And the Nine of Swords in the reverse is saying, I just don't think I can worry about this, you know, because yes, but, however, and that's just too much. And you not worrying about something is quite literally opening up your mojo. Like in life, it's like if you were having any creative blocks or something like that, or if you were having like if there was like just a slowdown going on in your life, ready or not, things about to speed up for you. So, let's see. I want to keep this energy here. Let's look at love. I guess that's what wants to come out next. Somebody could be coming your way whether you ready or not. I just heard settling the score. Damn, this could be the one. It says you already, what does it say? You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Release your ex is in the reverse. This could be the one. Release your ex in the reverse. What's going on? I don't think you need any more advice about something. I think this has something to do with what you not worrying about no more. Why am I getting... Okay, so earlier I kept hearing the song Kinky Reggae by Bob Marley. And he said, And the last name Brown, it just won't leave me alone, right? So it said, I met Miss Brown. I went downtown. I saw Miss Brown. She had brown sugar all over her booger wooger. I think I might join the fun. But I got to hit and run. See, I just can't settle down in the kinky part of town. So there could be something like that. I don't mean to mess up the love story here, but maybe this is the don't worry about this person that just can't settle down. Mr. Passionova. Or Mrs. Passionova, but it's a man bending this like lady back. It's so romantic. This may be who you haven't freed yourself from. What is this? I'm hearing in the throes of passion. Who is this? You know what's crazy? Man or woman, I think you have a very regal energy. Just kind of unbothered. I feel like you're at your best right now. It's like you're in a good, you feel good about yourself. I don't know what you got going on. The color blue could be very nice on you. But there are so many people that are just, I don't know if they watching you. I'm hearing, tell me more, da, da, da. It's people want to know what you got going on. Somebody may be approaching you. And it's in a very harmless way. Or something like that. Huh. Like, it's like this person they're not, their defense, whoever this is, their defenses are down. And people want to know. Look at this. Look at the way they all like, what's going on? But how do you actually feel about this person? Because her face is just like, everybody wants to know what's going to happen next. And she's just like, what is this? Just a second. This could be a Leo. Ooh. That's why you have that look on your face. You've worked through, it's like, you've worked on yourself enough to know. Or you've worked through something enough to know. No. No. That's crazy. At your best is playing. At your best, you are love. At your best. It's like, no. That's why you got that look on your face. At your best. you are love. And this person is showing up as some kind of rebel or something. With the Hierophant in the reverse, it's like there's something incorrect about this situation with this person. Or maybe you just don't believe in the same things that can be already taken with the Hierophant in the reverse. They can be unconventional, but there's something that deep down, when I say, why is that look on her face? It's something that you've already consulted. Maybe you prayed about this. You know something either needs to change, has ended, or needs to end, stay over, something like that. And it's so, the Queen of Swords, it's like there's... I don't think this is like a question. This is a knowing. This moon energy is like a gut thing. Something you may feel like something is not like... Maybe you're wondering like how something could have been love. Not that it wasn't love, but it's like... Hierophant in the reverse and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. When you think back on this, there was definitely celebration. There was a lot of attraction. Or maybe somebody's doing this right now. Maybe they're questioning you like this. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But if that energy is showing up, there's a lot of regret that I'm seeing. Somebody just can't stop thinking about it. Then maybe that's what's happening right now. But there's definitely something wrong in this equation. Justice in the reverse, Hierophant in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Hey, Kiana. You knew what was wrong with this. I can't... This is like knowing that something is stolen. like I can't accept that money. You know what I mean? It's like I mean I could accept that money, but I can't accept that money. Like we all have a choice. It's like I was in, where was I? I forgot where I was at. And I tried to pay for something with a 20. It's like y'all accept euros, so it was like a little rip in the bill, and they was like, no, we can't accept this. But they needed that shit to be correct. Brand new. Like we're not taking no dirty money. That's what this feels like. It's not that 10,000 extra dollars wouldn't be nice. But nah, it just depends on where it came from. There's something about something may be lacking integrity. And again, the theme of this reading is I can't go for that. This isn't about how you feel, because I believe that we explained how you felt about it earlier. Honey, if we based our whole life on how we felt about shit, I didn't feel like working today. You know what I'm saying? So there's something like that here. Let's look more at this other energy. You may be a bit withdrawn. You're working on forgiving yourself, but I feel like what's happening with this withdrawal is you working on your confidence. You could be working on your appearance. There could be like, yeah, your independence. You're flowing. This is nice. I think you're just enjoying each moment as it comes. And that is how, that's a big part of healing, is being present, because a lot of times we suffer because we're in the past. We're living there in our minds. And you end up missing out on some really beautiful moments, kind of dwelling back there about something that you can't necessarily do anything about, or you're not doing anything about it. So it looks like you are actually taking that space and maybe shifting your environment a bit, or just spending a lot of time alone. You're not alone. You got a lot of, like, I don't know if you got pets or plants, or you could be like I don't know if I want to say a well of knowledge, or it's like you are a walking idea. You got a lot of solidness around you, though. And it's like this zest for life. And it's like you're recharging right now. I don't think that you are. Something left you with a lot of low energy, or maybe you've just been tired lately. But what I like is that you don't have a negative outlook on life. As you focus more on the present moment, you realize your life is not chaotic like it may have been. You have 100 plants? Oh my God. That's like goals for me. Eventually I will have a greenhouse, so I can just have everything in there. And I just have yoga mats and all kind of shit in there, and coffee machines. It's happening. It is happening. It's already in the works. So you're like in this, I'm hearing reality check, but I'm also hearing you've checked yourself into reality. So you could be having a reality check about the past, but you've also checked in to reality, like officially. Is this you? Somebody was very concerned about themselves. And it was like, I don't know. I think you're somebody, I don't know. What is this? I think you handle things very differently. You may think about the past between the two of you very differently. Why is it like this? Why, why am I hearing beat, 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 beat? What cartoon was that? Like a stuttering, but it was a cartoon, like a Looney Tunes. Maybe somebody just stumbled over their words, or there could have been like a nervousness, a stalling, when really either you should have been working on this wish, this whatever, this happy or this relationship between you two. It's like it's right there. But there could have been a lot of stalling, a lot of like wasted time. I feel like it was like an Elmer Fudd. I just keep it's like a stuttering. It's like, huh? Go pick it up. It was like an unclaimed lottery, something unclaimed that's invaluable, and you right there. Have you ever had a dream like that? It's almost like sleep paralysis, and you right there, or it's like somebody's chasing after you, but you running slow as hell. That's this energy. Except you're not running from something scary. It's like you would want to run towards this a lot faster than you're able to run in the dream. Oh, it's taking me forever to get this out, because what is it? But then take it how it resonates. This could be you on this side. That's kind of like, what are you waiting for? And it could have been tied to like, I don't know, like there's an opportunity that was delayed. There could have been a fear of change, you know, the change that may have been required in order to tap into this. There may have, I don't know, it's like somebody could have been just very closed off to the experience. And then there's this other person who's also very self-focused, but in a different way. In a very happy, it's like how it's like, because you focus on yourself, you generate a lot of happiness for yourself, which means that you can generate a lot of happiness for other people. That's where this is coming from. You know those people that come around and it's like, that was such a nice experience. Those are normally people that put time into themselves. Now, it doesn't mean that people can't. I don't really meet a lot of people that's not the case. Yep, I don't. Never mind. Scratch that. Why is this important? I guess that was the reason the two of you were not in resonance. Things could have moved very quickly between the two of you and then blocked. That could have been the reason for the roadblocks, honestly. Was just not a vibrational match. And that's always going to cause that friction after a while. But it's not that. It's almost like, I know I fucked this up with the stalling and stuff like that, but it's not that I didn't want it. Like, somebody wanted this. You wanted this, somebody wanted it. And it was most definitely coming from a good place. Like, this is like, happily, I will happily reciprocate with you. This is like getting what you want. Like you were bullshitting just talking with somebody one day. Like, yeah, I would show love this, and then it shows up and, hi, I'm exactly what the fuck you said you wanted. And you're like, the beat. This is like, I don't know, 1 in a million. Maybe that's the problem here. Show me this could be the one. Mine. Are you sure? I don't know if you found, if you just found out this person was a Capricorn. Let me stop. With the Queen of Swords and the Devil, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, you found out something toxic. Or maybe you just found out somebody was toxic. It could be that, honey. Like, baby, this is not good for business. And, oh my God. I hope this happened already. Like, I hope you already got through this. It depends on where you are on the timeline. Everybody's somewhere different. This is like, think with your mind, not with... You got to think with your mind. You can't think with what's downstairs. You can't always think from here either. I'm not saying there aren't times where it's not necessary, where it's, where you can't do that. But with what you have discovered here, it probably wouldn't. It's like not advisable. Okay. You practice celibacy. It's nice. You'd be surprised at what can come from that. I think that you should always push to discipline yourself in some kind of way. It's like you want to know that you can live without shit that you may have to live without. You know what I'm saying? That's good. I'm sure you're like electrified. I'm sure if people touch you, they just go get healed. You know what I'm saying? Because in the world that we live in, baby, temptation and it's everywhere. You can just fuck up your whole life in 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? All you was trying to do was go get some gas. Next thing you know, the next 10 years of your life is gone to shit because of somebody you met and he fine. Now, that doesn't mean that it couldn't be the opposite. Okay? But this is like... meeting somebody at the gas station and they beautiful as hell, and then it's like you have this moment where you foresee that this is about to be a disaster, and then you come back inside of your body and you meet the and you see the person, and they've asked you a question. So what do you think? Can I take you out sometime? And because you've already foreseen what was about to happen to you, you like, actually, I'm only in town. Your ass live right down the street. I'm only in town for, you know what I'm saying? I think if you could go back, you may have done things differently. This could be one of those situations. Or, maybe this is warning you about somebody that you just met at the gas station. Like, oh, if you could have seen that coming, you might have made different decisions, And we've all been there. So I just don't see you. I don't see you. Something has proven to be unstable. So I just see you letting go. You just feel like you don't have any control in the situation. It's like, this is like mother knows, honey. It be just something in their gut that knows when something's wrong with their baby. It's like, no. It's like, ooh, this remind me when I was in high school. I brought this guy home to meet my mama. Beautiful, beautiful guy. And I ain't gonna go too deep, but by the end of the conversation that she had, and I wish I could give you some more details, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But by the end of the conversation, she said, and I thought they had quite a nice chat. You know, I thought it had gone very well. And my mama was very clairvoyant in the first place. So afterwards, you know, she waited till he was all the way gone. And I said, so mama, what did you think? And she said, April, he's violent. What? They talked for 2 hours. Laughing and carrying on and all of that. I said, is that it, mama? He's violent. And she just kept rocking on her in her chair. I said, well, damn, you know. And it was confirmed within like 2 days that not only did he have a girlfriend, you know, we didn't even say that. We forgot about that part, okay? But also that not only did he have a girlfriend, but he would have been violent with her. And I was next. You know what I'm saying? So imagine if you could have seen that. Like mama saw that. Mama said he's violent. That was all she said. She ain't mentioned nothing else about this boy. And that's how you know. That's either this is your mama. Sure, somebody's mama is in this reading. And you know how they have these videos now about like parenting yourself and things like that. This is you loving yourself like your mama would have. Okay? For real. My goodness. He said he ain't gonna be here long. He sure wasn't. And over time I saw that thing unfold and I said, oh my God, honey. And God bless anybody who's ever been through anything like that. Honey, you hurt my feelings with your words. Your hands? I couldn't take it, honey. Oh, Jesus. Especially, and some of y'all could have, like, not grown up with the father in the house. Honey, I could not handle conflict. You know, if you don't grow up with that masculine energy around you like that, the first time you get in contact with a man, it feels so much more aggressive than it probably is. And that could be an issue for some of y'all, too. I'd be like, oh my God, you yelling at me? Y'all can be ridiculous like that. No, I'm just playing. But it's a real thing. Like, if you know, you know. So, whoa. I just see you letting go of something that just you didn't feel like you was on, you said you got the whole belt. Ooh, girl, I would have died if any man had ever picked up a belt on me. If you're not used to it, you're just not, you know. That shit kind of, it's crazy to think about when you're grown. But it looks like something that you are letting go of just did not have you feeling stable or safe, you know. Not that you was in danger, like the person was going to beat you or something. But we don't know everybody's situation, but just not unstable. And sometimes ain't that enough? Now, something started to like change the way that you move, like quite literally in life. And it could have been like a passion that you shared with somebody. It was changing you. And maybe that made You run? Did you run away from it, or did they run away from you? Somebody don't want to run no more. Oh my God. Didn't I just say this? It came out. Somebody's wondering, like, where? So, it's like somebody's like, so. But I feel like this is the same person that ran. So, what is it? It's like somebody wants to talk to you. Oh, y'all are in a runner-chaser dynamic. Like, they stop wanting to run as soon as you stop wanting to chase, or vice versa. Now, it's like, I want to talk to you, but it's opposite energies. This keeps showing up in the reading. You feel different than somebody else, or they feel different than you. Were y'all ever on the same page at the same time? Did it feel like y'all were constantly on different sides of the equation? That's enough to break anybody. You go through that long enough with somebody, it's like, okay. It's like after you work out and you're like, you just collapse. You ever had one of them workouts where it's like, all right, enough. Your body just gives out. I feel like that's what happens to you emotionally. And I feel like the reason why I kept feeling like, okay, either I'm on this side or I'm on that side of the issue is because maybe y'all two was just too different. I don't know. It could be like difference in values. I'm telling you, whoever was running from this or just not expressing themselves, I feel like whoever the beat. That's what this is. This is like a missed opportunity because why is you not saying how you feel? Like, or something like that. It says, holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Missed opportunity. I didn't act when I should have. You say you can feel him. Y'all have very passionate, because it's like I just feel this. Oh my God. It was irreplaceable. This is like the whole world disappears when we're together and we look up and everybody looking at us type of connection. Okay. Some things can't be matched. What is going on in the comments? That's probably why nothing else is coming out. You two may not be communicating for it to have taken that. Yeah, we got trolls today. We getting famous, JoJo. We're famous. Let me stop. Somebody's very overwhelmed and stressed by this, but they haven't given up hope yet. This is like clear, you know, it's like y'all could have brought life into each other's life or something like that. It's like, I remember years and years and years ago, I had just hooked up with somebody, with my ex. We were together for a long time. And we had gone to this party. And it was like one of the first things we had done together. And there was somebody who stopped us in the elevator and was like, there's just such a chemistry. Y'all been together for... They were trying to guess how long we had been together. And they had guessed like 10 years and we had just got together. But it was kind of like that, like, you know, that this makes sense type of thing, right? That could have been how y'all were. So why the holding back like so? Why the beat, 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 beat? Oh my God. It could have been a bit intimidating. This says chemistry. I've never felt a passion this intense and then neglected. I failed to give you what you need. It's like, this is perfect. Get the fuck away from me. Like, it can't be real. That's what this looks like. It's like, maybe somebody just malfunctioned when it came to you or something. Or you could have been like this about them. I remember, I don't even know why this happened. I don't know if the man had a crush on me. This was a long time ago. I couldn't remember if the guy had seen me in concert or something like that. Honey, I couldn't tell you why his reaction was so interesting. But I had to literally grab, it's like kind of shaking the hand to meet me, but uncontrollable smiling. And it's just like, all my senses are going off right now. And I was like, are you okay? You know, kind of, I mean, you would have thought I was Beyonce or something. I was like, I am not important. I don't know what's going on right now. Or maybe I was just, sometimes I find myself in like this really high energy. And sometimes, I don't know. So, I remember grabbing his shoulders and saying, breathe, you know, and he like brought it down. Breathing brings your heart rate down and it calms your nerves. And it was just one of those moments where you're watching somebody kind of malfunction in front of you. That could have been the energy here with you and this person. It was like, maybe you made them nervous or them you. Take your hours and be honest with yourself. It could have been something like that. Or maybe you just made the person really horny when they saw you and they couldn't control it. I don't know. But this looks like... It also reminds me of like when the guy that really likes you in school, so he punches you every day. That. This person could have like literally bullied you because they were in love with you. Grow up. I'm just playing. There could have been a lot of people like, because I'm hearing that song, They Don't Know, by John B. So there could have been a lot of shit, you know, talk going around. Now that I think about it, don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Something felt like capping that song. I was playing. You could have an eye roll for this situation. Because if you love me, say so. If you want to do this, do it. If, I don't know, there's something... Let me pull one more card from this neglect. Why the neglect? This person could have had a hard time forgiving something, someone, or something from their past. And so experiencing something like this was like, It's almost like a refusal. You know what I mean? It's like somebody saw you and they refused it because it's like too good to be true. Well, bottom of the deck. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Look at this gossip. Maybe they were afraid of what everybody would think because you're such a loser, right? I don't like this card. I'm afraid of what other people would think. About what? I think okay, if this person treated you like that, or if you ever felt for one moment that other people's opinions were, you know what I'm saying? I think that's where you were like, don't even worry about it. Like God got me. You know what I mean? What is going on in the what you call it, honey? Do y'all need me to get on it? Honey, there are places for this. You know? There are places for everything, honey. You have to. I had a conversation with my cousin today. I just, I love how these things just all come together. He said, you have to know your audience. Had a whole conversation about knowing your audience. And this is the season, y'all, of just... Whew. You said you had faith and you're preaching all this stuff, but you're not practicing it. This is the season of putting what you know into practice. If you're going to have faith about something, then set that shit and forget it. And go work on yourself in the meantime. It's like, I'm going to look at some more stuff. It could be something about you living in your truth, too. There was a really crazy thought that I had earlier, and if you know this movie, then you know how fucking creepy this is. But I don't know. I was thinking about the movie It with the damn clown, and I don't know if you remember Flip Wilson saying this, because wasn't he the one that played the clown? He said they all float. And it was scary as hell. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And it's scaring the shit out of me even saying this. But when I heard that in my head earlier, him saying they all float, of course he was talking about something fucking morbid. But I thought about the truth too. Because when you drop that truth bomb, once the truth finally come out or whatever like that, it's like a weight just drops, or there's something that has dropped out of your life. And what happens when you drop the anchor? It float away. The lies are what weigh you down, or there was something here that was weighing you down. And just all throughout the day, I was getting these little messages. When I talked to my cousin, we were talking about the whatever I just said before this, knowing your audience. Sometimes you're just trying to prove a point, or you come in and you stepping in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong message. It's like, I don't know, maybe somebody tried to infiltrate something you had going on. And it's like, why don't you go find somebody else to talk to about that? I don't know. Maybe something like that happened to you. It's like somebody tried to come in your house. Whenever I see stuff like that in the comments, y'all, I'm going to tell you what it feels like to me. And a lot of times I just ignore it because I know how my mouth can get. And I know that don't. You said they all float down? That shit's scary as hell, is it not? But what I think about when that happens is, imagine if I came in your house and was like, I sure would like your couch better over here. What do you think? Bitch, I think you need to go to your house and figure out where you want your couch at. Destiny kidney swap. Can we talk about it? I think. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I am one of those people. Honey, I've been performing for a long time. My whole life has been what the hell other people think. You know, so you have to develop like a very tough skin when you are constantly being viewed by people. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, honey, you just not gonna make it out here in these stresses. But there's a limit to you know, because you develop that thick skin. There's a limit. You got to develop a boundary. Like, hold up. Why don't you go to your house and figure out where the fuck you want your house to be sitting in the living room, huh? Or something like that could be going on with you. And then I heard the kinky reggae thing. Just can't settle down. And what's this last one say? Oh God, there's something. Oh, you know what? This could be a truth that you've accepted about yourself, and it has, you know what I'm saying? It has it's freed you in this way. It's like you don't have to hold something no more, and now you're floating. And I feel like whatever you're floating away from. So imagine if I were holding, how can I say this? I really want to see if it ends up coming out in the cards. I feel like God is intervening on your behalf with something, because if something had not been interrupted, if you will, if it hadn't been interrupted, somebody would have kept getting away with something. Why don't you stick around, Stitch Boy? You can find out. Would you like me to interrupt the show to explain that to you? If you hadn't, somebody would have kept getting away with something. So it's almost like, well, what's wrong with you? You sure is high and mighty or something like that, you know? Stick around, Stitch. The water's fine. You know, it's a cool place, though. It's a cool place. You tell me in the comments what you think once this is done. Somebody would have kept, yeah. I mean, you just couldn't take that risk anymore, T. I think this whole reading, oh my God. This whole reading is about what you not, or why the Nine of Swords is now in the reverse. Something, because at some point the Nine of Swords was in the upright. The Nine of Swords, I wouldn't wish this on. You know what I mean? It's like going through something that you wouldn't wish on nobody. Unless you evil as fuck. But, you know, and those are, you know, there are those too. But a lot of time when I find myself going through something, and I just noticed the symbol that she has on her arm, and I feel like this is a symbol for related to bipolar. Y'all tell me the symbol that she has on her arm, because, and I say that because I have a tattoo that says it's okay, and I had somebody look at me and ask me if I was bipolar, and I was like, no, it's not actually that symbol. It just says it's okay, period. That's all it says. The next one says say hi, period. And if you haven't been around, I was talking to a really good a very wonderful person that I met in 2022. And he told me a story about his mother, and she was talking about like when people do you harm or when people do you wrong, you say hi to them. And what she meant by that was basically you forgive them, but it was like I like the fact that she said say hi, because it's like addressing the monster, addressing the fear. It's like I'm acknowledging you. And I'm like really probably throwing you off at the fact that I'm not. This is like if somebody is trying to offend you, use like if somebody come at you and they trying to do you wrong or get under your skin, and you look at them and you say, is there anything else? You know what I'm saying? When at one point it probably would have had you in a corner like so. Or something like that. I feel like you're looking at it now like, because I think you went through the trying to compromise and forgive and work it out. And when everybody else was involved, with somebody else involved, and whoever was trying to sabotage and whoever, I think you've just labeled something at this point, and you're not gambling with it no more. You're not taking no more risks. I feel like that's what this is. Like, why is I'm gonna deal with you when you was in the car with the robber or something? I don't know why I'm getting that. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's like if somebody stole from your stove and you pretty much narrowed it down to 2 people. Both of y'all are fired. We ain't taking no chances. Nah, I don't want to hear no more explanations. It's a wrap. we about to hire somebody. I don't know. You're not gonna worry about it no more. What else is here for this deck? Date night in the reverse. Everybody gotta go. Open your heart in the reverse. Love spell. That's the push and pull of this connection, whatever this dynamic was for you. When you're on, I'm off. When I'm on, you're off. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's possible to be on together normally, happily ever after, if that's what you want. It's possible. And I think manifest is at the end, is at the bottom of the deck. And I was thinking, like, when I was thinking it's possible, that's what intimacy is. This runner, chaser, stress you the fuck out, have you smoke a cigarette, you ain't never smoked a cigarette in your life, you calling people you don't even normally talk to like that, you telling them your business, they looking at you like you crazy, like why you even dealing with this shit, have you all messed up. That's not intimacy. Intimacy is soft, it's kind, it allows you feel safe opening up. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with sex. Nothing. It doesn't have anything to do with sex. Like, you can have intimacy with family, or, you know, it's just that feeling of safety. Either you have it with a person, no matter the relationship, or not. And intimacy ain't gonna have you in the 9 of Swords feeling like you need to reach out because I just need to talk to somebody. That's not how intimacy gonna do you. Okay, a safe space, a home, I land on the hands, you know. Intuition just shut off. Some of you, again, it's something about until you were able to let go of some kind of something that bonded you. And this took patience. It took discipline. Didn't I say something about discipline earlier? It took a part of you that you may have not even known you had that muscle. You ever been working out and they got you doing a new exercise that day and you like, damn, I didn't even know I had muscles right there. That shit hurt so bad. This is one of those things that hurt. Wow. The song is playing is called Don't Walk Away. I was like, what? Oh, don't walk away. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. It could have been like that. Like, don't walk away. Ain't that how a trauma bond feels? Give it some time. Some of y'all may have been wondering if somebody was a gold digger. It could have been a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Probably. Probably, honey. Probably. There's something about an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What's this gold digger energy? Y'all know, I'm like, ugh. Wow, it's reminding me of this conversation. It's reminding me of this group. It was like an intervention. I remember. Oh, we had an intervention for a friend. And the topic started off, in this world we have givers, we have users, and we have takers. And I just thought that was just said so eloquently, And that's kind of what this is. And when you a taker, when you're a giver, a lot of times you can get taken advantage of, okay? And you learn, just like that muscle, you learn how to, all right, this is a muscle I didn't know I needed, but the world kind of fucked up in the head, so let me go and exercise this muscle called boundaries, okay? It's not about just skip all the other shit, right? Boundary. When you're a giver at heart. When you're a user and a taker, because of the law, and the law is the law. It's like you can do whatever you want and think that the law ain't the law, but it just is. And there's nothing I can tell you that's going to change that. And so you kind of just want to make sure your actions is lining up with the kind of results that you would like to have in life. And that's how I'm going to blanket that. It's like, if you are noticing the lack of growth and fertility in your life, then maybe you should pay attention to the way that you're moving and the work that you're putting into life, because it's like, yes, just like a giver can be taken advantage of by a taker, that giver is going to receive as well. You know what I mean? Period. They're going to receive. And just like a taker can take, the used will be used. The user will be used and the takers will be taken from. You know what I'm saying? And the givers will receive. It goes around like that. And it doesn't mean that you know where it's going to come from. Nobody knows where it's going to come from. It just, think about your intake and your output. Like, just think about that. Sometimes we got to think more about that. Nobody's saying be paranoid, but there's always at least a few seconds. If you don't have but a few seconds to make a decision, there's always a few seconds that you have. to think about making a better one. That's all that I'm saying. Nobody. That's it, right? So, and that's just if you're noticing. And it's like, I say this quote all the time, and I can't remember who I got it from or where I got it from, but I read it somewhere. And it said, if you notice an area of your life that is not excelling, if there's an area of your life that is not excelling, then it's an area of your life that you're not taking yourself seriously enough. And I couldn't agree more. You know, it's just one of them things that's like, I can't even argue with that. It's just a lot of times we don't want to make the decision because emotions and feelings and stuff like that. But if you look at, sometimes when you look at things on paper, that shit is undeniable. And if you stay in the area of how I feel about it, when everybody else is looking at the facts, that's when, just like I've been saying in the readings lately, that's when it's like, I can't feel proud of this. And once you can't feel good about it, didn't I say something about, like, I can't take no dirty money, honey, or something like that? There's something about integrity here. Harvest in the reverse. It's like, yeah. I do feel like there's something about time. Roman numerals could be significant too. But there's something about time and a lack of harvest. It's like if I don't know. Sometimes you think the villain gets away with things, you know. I don't know how. You know, it's never it's always an empty victory when you don't do shit the right way. And this is like putting some shit in the ground in February and then going out there in August and ain't shit there. Ain't that shit still dirt on the ground. Have you ever turned over ground before? Have you ever went and saw a patch of grass and stuck a shovel in there and turned the ground over? At 5, 6 in the morning. You feel like a real adult after you do some shit like that. So this is like going out there and doing all that work and planting your cabbage and your broccoli and your tomatoes and all that shit, and then going out there harvest season and ain't shit grew. And that's frustrating for anybody. That's enough to take the liquid and burn the shit up. Put the fire, what's that shit called? Just gas it and burn it. Light the match. Wait until exhale. It's like a wait until exhale moment. Like, fuck it. That's kind of what happened. I'm not saying you said fuck it. But I just feel like you started to remember who you are. Look at this card. Don't it look like? Can't you hear Mufasa's voice? You know what I'm saying? But that's how somebody may want to apologize to you because they probably knew you were going to go out there and see that ain't shit grew out there, right? This could have been a relationship that you poured into that didn't have a bottom. Whatever this is, you woke up. Somebody may want to know, like, what does it take? I want to know what turns you on so I can be all that and more. Somebody could be introducing themselves to you. This could be someone new. Their name could be Joe. I'm looking at the song. I want to know. I did not know the name of this album was called My Name is Joe. What? That could be a message for you. Okay, Joe. Let's see. Something had happened to this. I'm telling you, the same way I was talking about an intervention earlier. This was honey, God had your back, honey. They was like, we're gonna let it go down for about 2 more days. And then they was stepping in, honey. They already had everybody and they was making plans. They showed up. Spirit showed up for you. That shit may have felt uncomfortable and chaotic and whatever. Or it could have been very peaceful. But it was like, somebody saw it was like, you not gonna do it. T's not gonna do what I'm telling him to do. We done gave him all kind of hints and clues and tarot card readings. So Spirit stepped in for you. And it's been very stable since then, hasn't it? It's been a bit of a flow. Look at that. Wow. Huh? Bitch. What do you got going on? It's like you went from, ooh. You know what it's reminding me of? Sierra and Russell Wilson. This is like when she was with Future. Comfort zone, self-love in the reverse. Right? And then she had wrote that list. She had wrote down her prayer. Stability, harmony, flow. But this came first. Then union came out. Integration. Stability, harmony, flow, integration. So notice she stabilized herself first. This wasn't, it's like this came when you finally stepped out and realized when you went outside after, what's February, March? 6, 7, 8 months. You've been watering it. You've been going out there and checking that shit grew. Nothing. And you go out there with the lighter fluid, fuck it. Move and everything, right? I'm not saying that all this happened, but I'm just feeling like you went through quite a process before you even got here, right? Well, this could be what you're going through, about to go through. This is happening, okay? Then it said first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes something is going in order for you. It's like something has gone in the right order. Because see, what happened was, this is what happened first. I'm telling you. Harvest in the reverse. You went out there come autumn. Barren. The land was barren, honey. It was still the nice little neat rows that you made. Ain't shit there. And that woke you up. Are we getting it? Because Jesus was like, Spirit stepped in and was like, okay, girl. Right? And then when that happened, it's like it, because what it showed you was where you was at. Well, I'm hearing 56 nights. Something was toxic, right? And then you experience the stability. And what happens when you make room? Hello, my name is Joe. Like, that's the order that this happened in. Wow. So I can be the one that always makes you smile. But you had to wake up first, huh? So a lot of you, if you're wanting to know if you're going to have new love, you are. But again, have we not been talking about this for 3 years? You have to follow the steps. You got to follow the steps to fulfillment. You cannot occupy levels until you obey. You cannot occupy levels until you obey the instructions in which to get there. Period. Transcendence. I'm done. That was the reading. And it's all because you stop worrying about something that was apparently like blocking the very thing. It's like something you're blocking your own abundance or whatever this is. You know, you were messing up your life. I'm just playing. This is how I talk to myself, so don't worry. If I love me, I love you. And that's how it works. That's really how it works. If I love me, then I can love you. I know how to do it. And you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention to if somebody's actually loving you. Like, do this person really, because, or if, because a lot of times people love you the way they love themselves. But sometimes, if you notice, like, why is it so like this? That's probably all they know. Okay. Other times, they love themselves way better than they fuck with you. Okay. So you just have to gauge that, and when you're loving yourself, you know exactly what's going on. That's the sauce. That's the secret. If I love me, I know exactly what's going on here. Period. Again, this stability came after you woke the hell up. Then came something to match that energy. So you're not going to get to 2 before you get to 1. Period. And now it's reminding me of that. 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. 2 can be as bad as 1. It's the loneliest number since the number 1. If you feel that way about being alone, then you ain't never gonna be happy with nobody. Not fully. I mean, didn't I say something about being able to live without things? And it's not about I don't need no woman. I don't need no man. It's not about that. I actually saw this video. And I mean, there was so much context that was missing from the video because, of course, it was just like a clip. But the guy was saying, uh, if you're not clingy, if your woman is not clingy, then she's probably like getting all this attention from other men or something very. I just needed more context on what he was on the point that he was trying to make. For me, of course, I have my own opinion about what that sounded like, but you guys can leave your notes in the comments as well when it comes to that. But of course, I did not agree with that because, again, if 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do, then of course 2 is just as bad as 1 because you're gonna be just as lonely with that person. It's a void. I feel like I'm finally understanding what that song means, like in this moment right now. But 1 is where you found harmony. And how you gonna bring that into somebody else's life if you don't have it within yourself, if you can't find that? And that doesn't mean that you gotta be by yourself. Some people just really, they love being around people, and I love being around people. My social battery's a little, it runs out, But you said she's most likely emotional. Somebody talking shit about me? She's most likely emotionally mature and not exactly. Which is when you're in a healthy space, it's a really good feeling to know that this person is around because we're around each other because we want to be, you know. Like, I achieved this level of this magician 6 of wands stability, harmony energy. I left a comfort zone and I achieved something on my own. And then coming together with probably, because if this integration, this union, this fulfillment that's coming into your life, then 9 times out of 10, this person has done that too. And there's a lot that you can do with that, with that kind of energy, right? Did we make it? I would love a real man, but I'm good without it. You know, if it ain't what you want, for real. You ever bought something and you like, damn, I should have just waited or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna leave you with something. What am I gonna leave you with? I'm gonna leave you with one. You guys leave a like if it resonated with you, if you enjoyed the chats. I know I have a lot of you saying you enjoyed the collective readings a lot. And I feel like we cover a lot in these sessions. I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna leave you with two things. I feel like I need to pull from the Crown Royale. Let's see. But just one lobster tail and a steak eat well. Oh, some lobster would be fantastic. I don't know where I got this shit from. I'm gonna read it to you. Hold on. Oh, that's hilarious. This says, because we were just talking about one being the loneliest number, right? And don't get me wrong, when you're going through it, sometimes you just don't want to be alone. Nobody said you got to be an alien and that shit like that. But you have to be able to deal with yourself if you expect anybody else to. You know what I'm saying? There's something like that. And this is hilarious because it says the only thing that can ruin a good day is people. And it's something about well, this is true as hell for one, but it's something about when you get to a place where you enjoy your own company that makes this so much truer than it possibly could ever be, right? This other one says, it's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. What the hell? Y'all, sometimes, you know, I've been doing this for 3 years, and sometimes it still freaks me the hell out. What we not just talking about? Anyway, you heard it. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, the card that I pulled for you is treat your body like the palace that it is. Number 4. Whew. This says, you've been feeling self-conscious as of late, but the answer isn't to change anything about yourself. The answer is to learn to love the body you've been given. Avoid crash diets, that extreme exercise, or any other unhealthy behavior. Take strides toward a healthy mindset that accepts yourself as who you are, not what you feel pressured to be. They gotta resonate. It doesn't seem like that's the same energy. But I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Is that it? I think that's all the messages I wanted to give to y'all today. That spirit wanted to tell you. So I'm going to leave it there. My phone battery just let me know that I need to leave it there. I love you guys. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.